All right, so moving on to the final segment, I'll be sharing my thoughts on Jrue Holiday being traded to the Boston Celtics. So, this is actually the second time in the matter of the last 7 days that Jrue Holiday has been traded from two different franchises. Again, last Wednesday, the big blockbuster trade with sending Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks, and that trade with a three-team deal with the Bucks, the Blazers, and the Suns. Jrue Holiday was shipped to the Trail Blazers. A few days later, he was shipped to the Boston Celtics. Now, the Jrue Holiday trade with the Boston Celtics, the Trailblazers sent Jrue Holiday to the Boston Celtics. The Celtics received Jrue Holiday, while the Trailblazers received Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, a 2024 first-round pick, and a 2029 first-round pick. Woo! So, to me, with Jrue Holiday being on the Boston Celtics now after this big trade, I think the Boston Celtics are the best team in the Eastern Conference, and you have to say they are the favorites to make it out of the East and represent the Eastern Conference in this upcoming NBA Finals. Now, they got a big upgrade because looking at this roster right now, you lost Marcus Smart in a three-way team trade during the summer, which sent him to Memphis, and you lose a former Defensive Player of the Year and Marcus Smart, needing for the Boston Celtics to get another guard. Well, they got Porzingis in that three-way trade that sent players elsewhere. They got Porzingis during the summer. Then you go out and get a player like Jrue Holiday, who is great on both ends of the court, as a great scoring option for you. One of the great defensive guards in the game today. He's a great two-way player. I think he's going to make up for a big significance that was lost of Marcus Smart during this trade during the summer. Then you potentially get a starting five with Jrue Holiday at the point guard. You get Derek White at the shooting guard. You can potentially get Jaylen Brown at small forward. You could get Jason Tatum at power forward. You could get Porzingis at center. I think that starting five, if you have that starting five, that's a great starting five to compete with anybody on a nightly basis in the NBA. And the backcourt duo of Derek White and Jrue Holiday is a great defensive backcourt duo of players that can score the basketball for you, play great defense. Then you got your wing players of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown that can dictate the offense and take over a ball game whenever needed. And then you have you bring Porzingis into the mix, who just had his best season of his NBA career thus far with the Washington Wizards last year. I think that starting five is more dangerous together than any starting five put together of contending teams in the Eastern Conference that the Milwaukee Bucks can have, that the Miami Heat can have, that the Philadelphia 76ers can have, that the Cleveland Cavaliers can have, that the New York Knicks can have. Anybody competing in the Eastern Conference, that starting five of Jrue Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Porzingis can hang with anybody on a nightly basis in the NBA, and I think they have to be the favorites to make it out of the Eastern Conference this year. To me, the Boston Celtics are now the best team in the Eastern Conference, despite the fact that the Bucks now have Damian Lillard and Giannis. Yes, I get it. You basically have Giannis, who is the best player in the NBA, and you have Damian Lillard, who, in my opinion, the second best point guard in the NBA, one of the best players in the league today. You have them two teaming up, but when you have a potential starting lineup of, let's see, you have a starting five of Giannis, Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez. I'm not sure who else they would have in that starting lineup off the top of my head, but I think when you have Jrue Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Porzingis potentially in a starting five, that dethrones anybody. Even the Miami Heat, a team that didn't really upgrade this year, was supposed to get a superstar this summer. They didn't. I think that Boston Celtics have to be the favorite over them as well. The 76ers got their own problems going on. The Cleveland Cavaliers really haven't shown that they are true contenders yet. The New York Knicks still have some things to figure out before they can take the next step in the Eastern Conference. So, to me, they have to be the favorites with this starting five and this roster. And size-wise, there's going to be a big difference because Robert Williams going to the Trailblazers hurts a tad bit, but you can have a big man duo, a front court duo of Al Horford and Porzingis now. I think that's an upgrade of instead of having Al Horford and Robert Williams, now you get Porzingis in the mix, somebody that can score and potentially play some good defense for you. Gives some size. It gives up some size to other teams potentially trying to score on those bigs in the lineup. I like this team. I really do like this team. And that hurts for me to say as a Miami Heat fan, but I'm really high on the Boston Celtics heading into this upcoming NBA season. They got to be the favorites to me. And those are my thoughts on the Jrue Holiday trade that sent him from point A to point B to point C over the last 7 days. But that's all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. There's your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.